Well, this is not even fair. I cannot believe that cops arrested us for no reason. Tripp is supposed to be arrested, not us.
I agree with you, Curtis. Now Tripp is already disowned from our family because he's always been a troublemaker for doing something horrible.
You know what? Let's get our revenge on Tripp for what he did.
Good idea, Curtis. Let's get revenge on him there. Don't you ever think about it when you guys to bail yourselves out. Now, let's go to the court.
Oh come on, officer, we're having revenge on Tripp whether you like it or not.
Shut the fuck up. Don't you dare to getting revenge on your son like that. Now let's go to the court and that's final.
Well, what are you saying? We're going to revenge, or let's go to the court?
Well, we'll go into the court along with you.
Well, we're gonna court along with my wife.
Okay, now let's go. The judge Sally Conroy is waiting on you too.
When Curtis and Winter goes to the courtroom.
Okay, court is now in session. So, we're going to record the matter of people of SDG4 and our crew versus Curtis Wilson and Winter Wilson. I'm Sally Conroy, our family of Conroy. I'm working as a judge, or you can call me my honor. So Curtis and Winter, how do you two plead? Well, my husband and I plead not guilty. And now, Tripp deserves to be disowned for damn good for getting the belt beating multiple times.
I agree with my wife. There's no way we're going back to prison. Tripp is nothing but a troublemaker for doing very bad like that.
Well, you're acting like the entitled Karens. Now, your son Tripp telling me the truth when you abused him in the past years. Now, your charges is now the child abuse, child neglect, child abandonment, and illegal conspiracy. So, your son is very uncomfortable for what the hell you did. Well, here's some more people gonna say to you too. I call my first witness, Nasir Mack.
Mr. Wilson and Mrs. Wilson. Why did you two abuse your son like that? The police will go back to prison before life sentencing. I say you're too guilty.
Thank you, Naszir. I call my next witness, Naszir Crockett.
Curtis and Winter. Why did you abuse your son like that? I hope his crew will shout at you too. I say you're guilty.
Thank you, Neszar. I call my next witness, BorisAnimate.
Curtis and Winter, why did you assault your son like that? You disgust me and our universe. I say you're guilty.
Thank you, BorisAnimate. I call my next witness, Payne Rogers.
Curtis and Winter Wilson. Why did you abuse your son like that? Not only that, you also disowned him, and that's not good at all. I say you're guilty.
Thank you, Payne. I call my next witness, Simona, Easton.
So, Curtis and Winter, are you trying to sexually assault your son? Everyone hates you for what the fuck you did. I say you're guilty, and by the way, stay away from me.
Thank you, Simona. I call my next witness, Deacon Buford.
Curtis and Winter, the delusional entitled Karen son of a bitches. Why did you abuse your son like that? I hope SDG4's crew will be furious at you too. I say you're guilty.
Thank you, Deacon. I call my next witness, Lena, and Annex.
Tripp's parents, why did you abuse your son like that? You disgust us into the society.
I agree with Lena. Which is my girlfriend. I hope that people will teach you a lesson for what you did. We say you're guilty.
Thank you, guys. I call my next witness, Aurora, and Nexxar.
Tripp's parents, why did you abuse your son like that? You disgust us into the society.
I agree with Aurora. Which is my girlfriend. I hope that people will teach you a lesson for what you did. We say you're guilty.
Thank you, guys. I call my next witness, Gracey twin. Which is Gracey Davis's twin sister.
Curtis and Winter Wilson. The truly child abuser. Why did you abuse your son like that? I seen your act just like Gracey Davis at the court trial in the past weeks. And also you tried to sexually assault your son. Did you know that's child abuse? That's insane to you, Curtis and Winter. You know what? I had enough of you. You two are completely guilty as charged. Now, go fuck yourselves.
Thank you, Gracey. I call my next witness, Shane New.
Curtis and Winter Wilson. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why did you abuse your son like that? You two should be ashamed of yourselves. I thought you were good people. But I guess not anymore. Why are you two thinking about it when you tried to disown papers on your son? Is it a good idea when you two are trying to disown papers on him? This is not good to you. We're supposed to help your son's bad behavior, not allow child abuse. Now, I seem to act just like Pierre Webster. You know what? That's it. Curtis and Winter Wilson, as of today, I'm currently cutting ties with you two for abusing your damn son. I'm gonna filing you in restraining order on you for what you two did to your son. Well, Your Honor, I plead these bad persons are now guilty for what they did to their son. And by the way, stay away from the new family.
Thank you, Shane. Make sure you can sign restraining order papers here. I call my next witness, Bailey, and Ricardo Angelino.
Curtis and Winter, why did you abuse your son like this before you discussed us into the society?
I agree with my Aunt Bailey. I seemed your act just like Catherine, Pierre, and Gracey. And now, some people hate you for what you did to your son. I say you're guilty as charged. And by the way, my parents are now passed away at the car crash back in 2023, or 2024. So, I will miss them so much. Oh, Mom and Dad, it's been all these years since you're not here.
Thank you guys. And Ricardo, I'm deeply sorry for your loss. Your parents has now died in a car crash, right?
Of course, Your Honor. I wish my Aunt Bailey will gave some flowers on my parents. Dang, this is the worst day in my life.
I know how you feel, Ricardo. There's no need to cry. Your parents will never come back since back to 2024. So, you're not alone. Your aunt will always here with you.
I agree with your Aunt Bailey. Now Ricardo, please don't cry. I don't like it if you're hearing crying. So, your Aunt Bailey will comfort you.
Thank you, Your Honor. My Aunt Bailey will comfort me because I need to stop crying like that.
That's good to hear, Ricardo. I guess I'll moving on another witness. I call my next witness, Miguel Ramirez.
Curtis and Winter Wilson, you two should be ashamed of yourselves. Why did you abuse your son like this before? And also you tried to disown your son after kicking him out. Are you freaking nuts or something? That's the most insane people I've ever seen in my life, for doing very bad like that. You know what? That's it. Starting today, I'm gonna filing you a restraining order paper on you for what you did to your son, and I say you're guilty as charged, and by the way, stay away from me. Don't you ever come back at the Ramirez family.
Thank you, Miguel. Make sure you can sign restraining order papers here. I call my next witness, Sophia Walker.
Curtis and Winter Wilson. What the fuck? How fucking dare you abuse your son like that? Also, you tried to kick your son out of the fucking house. Are you high on drugs or what? I wanted to see your shitty faces. I say you're guilty. As charged. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Sophia. I call my next witness, Chris Hooper.
Mr. Wilson, and Mrs. Wilson, why did you abuse your son like that? I hope you die in this prison cell. I say you two are guilty as charged.
Thank you, Chris. I call my next witness, Penelope Whitelock.